Welcome back to Parenting on the Ranch. Today is part 3 of our DIY playground.
We get to start on the slide.
Yeah, so stick around.
We are a family of 5 living on a ranch in Texas.
On our channel, we will cover a variety of topics. These are solely based on our experience and opinions, and we do not hold any degrees in childhood development or education.
Welcome back to Parenting on the Ranch. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Curtis.
Today is part 3 of our DIY playground for the kids, and we're doing the slide. This thing was
an absolute beast.
hopefully worth the money.
I think it will be.
Yeah. Okay, so we bought from Lowe's a 5-foot turbo slide. It is bright yellow. You can see it from a mile away. And it does a full 360 turn that you'll see in the video. And I mean, it's fun, it's fast, especially for little kids. Mm-hmm. And it was about $350.
And worth probably every bit of it.
Yes. Now, the $350 was not the actual slide. It was probably the cost of the nuts, bolts, lag bolts, washers that came with this thing, because there was probably about 1,400 pieces that you had to socket together.
I think altogether there's like 10 sections or so of the slide, maybe. And probably each one of them had at least 50 bolts and nuts and stuff to put together. And it was very time consuming.
It was a process.
Yeah. You know, putting the actual halves together of the slide wasn't that bad. It was putting the pieces after they were together that was a pain.
And as you will see in this video, there was a lot of finessing going on trying to get that thing together. But a big PSA that I would give for this slide, if you buy this particular one, please do it with 2 people.
Yes.
It is very heavy, and we had to carry it probably, what would you say?
100 feet.
150 feet across the yard, because we built it on the porch to where the actual playground is. It is very heavy. Please take precaution. We did it on a super windy day, which was probably not the best option, but please have 2 people when you actually go to install the slide. And take your time.
Yeah. And even though, yes, it is pretty heavy, it's very bulky as well. You know, going down the steps was a real pain because it was like lifting it up over the hand railing on one end.
50 mile an hour.
Yeah, between the sail and and the lifting, it was a pain. It was a real pain to put up. Getting it up into place was, a real challenge, and holding it up there.
It's super slick, so there's really nowhere to hold on.
So it was a chore to put together. It was a chore to get it up there, but I think it's going to be totally worth it. So let's go ahead and get into actually building this thing and putting it. Well, we didn't get any footage of us putting it up there because, like we said, it was very cumbersome. It was very windy. And
you couldn't think of the.
And where we put it up, we couldn't really find a good spot to put the camera either. So we didn't get any video of us actually mounting it to the thing. But I will have a little walkthrough after later on in the video on how to mount it to the thing and the process of going through it. So let's get into that now.
And please have some laughs as you watch us trying to finesse this thing.
All right, so we got our slide on here. As you can see, it was very hard to get it up there, and we couldn't really find a position for the camera where y'all could see really well. And so we really didn't get any footage of actually mounting it. But we did finally get it together. It was a rather, very much of a beast to put together. There's a lot of bolts, a lot of nuts, and really wore out our hands and our arms and muscles and stuff like that. But as you can see, each piece has probably, I don't know, 40, 50 nuts and bolts that both hold it together and attach it to the previous and next piece. It does do a full 360-degree turn, and at the top we had to do a full length 2x4 that goes all the way up to the top rail, and a full length 2x4 going this way from the front of this 4x4 all the way across. And then we ended up attaching it to the bottom. Now in the instructions it says to put a 2x4 on top here, but because we goofed on the height of it, we actually had to drop it down. So after we got the structure of it built, each one you place it up there, and you definitely need two people to place the slide up there and get it in position. But if you look right here, there's a screw here and there's a screw opposite of that as well to kind of hold it in place. And then after that you have 2-inch lag bolts that go, there's 3 of them on each corner, 3 of them on the bottom, the top, and then on the opposite side as well, that bolt into the wood. So you build the structure, you put it up there temporarily with the screws, and then you put the lag bolts in there. And then there's also a support brace here that goes from leg to leg, and this little metal piece here has some lag bolts on the back of it to hold it in place as well, and that supports the bottom from kind of going in and out. And then on the very bottom here, there is a piece of wood basically that you build, and then attach it right here with a special bracket that comes with it. You attach it with just a 2 lag bolts that go sideways into the wood, and then you screw the upright piece on there, and that holds it going up and down this way when the kids go down it. Now, because we were a little high, there is a little bit of a gap here on the bottom. As you can tell, there's a bat underneath it, but we are planning on doing pea gravel over this entire thing, so when that happens, it'll be good. So let me come around here to the back side so you can see the back side as well, and get a little better view of it on this side. The kids really love it, and like I said, it was a beast to put together, but it is well worth it because they really do enjoy it. So I showed a little bit in the last video on this structure. These were the 2x4s that I was putting up in the first video, actually, I believe. I put 2x4s going up this way, and then small pieces on each of the sides. And if you notice, I got it on all of them. Because we put the lattice on the inside of the box area, basically, I had to put something there to nail to from the inside. And then on the slide entry, I just cut out the lattice to go around the slide opening, and then put some blocks along the top there and along the sides to nail it to, and then simply just nailed the lattice to it. So that made it where this lattice is very sturdy. There's not a lot of give to it, so it's going to keep the kids from falling, and unfortunately they do try and climb on it, but you know, that's just the way it goes.
So I hope that you like watching the slide, or watching us put it together and getting it up there. That's it for part 3. The slide was the biggest part of the build, I think. Overall, you know, aesthetically, to the eye and everything, it was the biggest part of the build. It took the most concentration
And it probably really took us what, 2-3 days really to build it and put it together and get it over there up there. You know, not 2 full days, but you know, working on it for a couple hours a day
with 3 little helpers.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a lot of work, and our muscles and our arms and our hands and stuff really were something. So a little piece of advice: if you do get a slide like this, get a socket attachment for a drill, for a little cordless drill, and use that to do the majority of the tightening, and then afterwards go back and hand tighten it the rest of the way, because it will save a lot of work, and it probably would have gone a lot faster if we would have had something like that, but I couldn't find one for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for watching this, and we hope that you will click on the like button if you did, and subscribe to the channel. We have probably 2 or 3 more videos that are going to be coming up on this project that we got going on, and then one maybe a little later on as well when we get the pea gravel put in for it. But until then, we thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to watch our videos, share them with your friends. You know, if you like it, maybe somebody else will like it as well, so please do. And until next time, happy DIY and happy parenting.
We're getting worse at that.